Hello, this is Avia with my group here with Ellison, Jacob, and Jacobi. Um, I'm just going to talk about the introduction of our experience with Indiana foster and adoptive parents. For the contents, we will be talking about the introduction, volunteering at the clothing closet and main event, our tasks, and the analysis and recommendations. So for the introduction, I just want to share that it isn't every day you get to get involved and actually be with an organization off campus. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I think our classmates could attest to that too. Um, so but I think that is the beauty for our project, for us to be able to have hands-on and have learn another perspective and be in someone else's shoes while we're helping Christy out. So yeah, but as a result of our project, as simple as it sounds, communication and publication is very important for an organization. It gets people engaged and involved, even if they don't want to adopt a child. So even though I'm not going to adopt a child, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm a student. I still supported. I still promoted. I still told people about it while helping Christy out. So volunteering at the clothing closet and main event, we first chose days when to go, what was most convenient for us, convenient to our schedules. Um, we sorted clothes. I was with a different group of students. I was with Ellison, but I was with two other people. But when we got there, it was a total mess. It was nasty to me. If I was here next, I thought it was nasty and gross. But we were glad to be there and be those extra set of hands to straighten the place up. Not only did we help with that, but we also helped with sheets for the parents to fill up whenever they came in to pick stuff out. Ellison, I do remember him. He helped Christy with the flyer, like the sheet for people to fill out and stuff like that. And so it was cool. It was cool. We was there for 3 hours. It was raining. It was gloomy, but even when the weather, you still there to help Christy and what she stands for. The main event was the social media blast that we had. It was going to be something else, but due to COVID-19, we had to flip the script. So the students in our class all posted information about abuse prevention and facts about sexual abuse. It was great to see people actually respond to it. People on my Facebook page had actually were sharing the post. Same thing on LinkedIn, they were sharing the post. So some people even, like, again, they shared the post. That just shows that people are seeing what we're posting and actually are reading it. Because it's one thing when you see a post, and it's nothing when you see it and read it and then pass it on. So that's my piece as far as the introduction, the volunteering, and the clean closet and the main event. I'm going to hand it over to our tasks.
Okay, so for our task, for the main portion of the project, we collaborated with Christy to see how can we actually establish a clothing drive, or I mean, not a clothing drive, a furniture drive, and actually campaign for it and different methods to do this. So our meeting was conducted via Zoom, and during this meeting on Zoom, we talked about why is there a need for us to do a furniture drive? What are we looking for? Like mattresses, bedding items, different things like that. She told us about how foster children are often placed in the care of relatives or guardians, but when they are placed there, they don't have assortment or resources of beds and mattresses. It's limited in number based off the families they have, so they need an extra amount of those. Also, another problem that Chrissy mentioned, that when you collect personal items such as bed, mattresses, different things like that, you risk the you risk receiving a bed with bed bugs. You risk receiving any type of bedding, any type of items such as that with bed bugs, tears, stains, different things like that. So she mentioned it would probably be best for us to reach out to businesses that sell furniture or that will have a variety of different bedding items that they could probably donate with us. So after establishing the issue and during the interview, Christy gave us a list of different local businesses that we could probably contact and different ways we can go about conducting a furniture drive for her organization. So on the next slide, I have our plan and what we actually did for the campaign. So after the interview, we brainstormed different ways how we can accomplish our goals and the different skills that we each can utilize to campaign. So Aria and Jacob wrote a letter and they sent it out to possible businesses in the community. The goal of the letter was to raise awareness about her organization and why they're asking people to donate furniture. Ellison designed a flyer to describe the furniture drive and different things that we're looking for and different things they can donate. And with me, I did a pamphlet based off the flyer just to further explain the IFAAP organization and the need for donations. And so on the next slide, I have the letter. So this is the letter that was sent out. On the next slide, I have the flyer that was created by Ellison. And on
Beautiful.
the next slide,
Very
I
beautiful.
have the pamphlet that I created based off the flyer that was already made. So that was the task in the plan.
Jacob, that was awesome. So
That's Jacobi.
I call him Jacob sometimes, so I hope he understands. I'm sorry, Jake.
Yeah, he calls me Jacob.
He does. Oh my God.
But based on these, I am here to do the analysis and recommendations. And as you can see, after doing work with the IFAAP, based on the things that we learned in our chapters, one thing I can say, here are some things that I can say about the IFAAP. They are interdependent. They are an organization that needs the help of other people to be successful. And in that regards, they use people to adopt kids and use us as well to help them accomplish their mission and so forth. For example, the clothing drive. And just, like Avia had mentioned earlier, I helped to make a flyer and a cover letter for them a few months ago. So compromise. Now, when the IFAAP solves conflicts with families and their children, they proceed to be fair and allow families to keep children, but with more strict rules, meaning that you more visits to the home, sometimes allow a third party to interfere, whether police or other custodies, to see the children as well. And then privacy and information access. The IFAAP, they do not share their information to the public or to anyone that is just trying to inquire information. And I think that that is very important because you have kids that are, very susceptible to, a bunch of different things that can just put them at a disadvantage. And I think it's very, very important that they do not release information about parents, nor do they release information about the kids that are being adopted unless a governing authority was to want that information, i.e. the police. Now, I recommended some things that the IFAAP can do. And so I believe that they should use their social media, use more social media platforms to reach a wide range of audiences, especially those that are 25 and up to about 32. They can use Twitter and Instagram to help promote brand awareness and promote their brand in general. And so we learned in our class how to implement change. And the first step is to recognize the need for a change, and that the positive side to that is promoting your brand and gaining awareness of work. Second is the development of a change plan, getting familiar with the social media platforms such as Instagram and Twitter. The third would be implementation of a new way, which means you start using your social media platforms by promoting them and just learning the content every day. And then the fourth would be making the use of the social media platforms a routine. And you can just watch your brand grow, and it'll take off from there. Hopefully, it would lead to more adoptions. I remember in our social media blast using Twitter that day, I can only imagine using that hashtag how we flooded Twitter, and so much people were able to see the work that we put in as a group and as a class, and what the IFAAP does for their people. Here you go, Jacob.
So, in conclusion, our overall experience was with IFAP, I should say, helped further understanding of organizational communication, and it gave us very fortunate opportunities to work with an actual organization while in college and taking this course, and especially one that works for such a good cause. And throughout this project and all our service work that we were able to do, we saw firsthand some of the concepts we learned, as Ellison mentioned before. And we worked within our limitations given the events that occurred in the middle of the semester. Things had to change on the fly, and we were able to do as much as we wanted or were planning to. And we feel that we were able to do well given these constrictions. And our use of social media, I believe, proved to be that it can very much be something that organizational communication needs and can work with, like what we mentioned before with the social media blast. It was able to get to a lot of people, and maybe even people who wouldn't normally see it, because us as college age people aren't always the target for anything when it comes to adoption or fostering or anything like that. So we were able to get it to a wider audience of people, and that could make all the difference in the world. We had the first-hand opportunity to have these experiences with an actual organization, and we'll be able to use these sort of experiences to integrate ourselves into other organizations better in the future after college and in our professional lives.
Wow, that was so good. Just want to thank you for tuning into our presentation. You can take us out, Avia.
Oh, okay. Cool. And that concludes our presentation.
It's been a fun class, guys.
Yeah, very fun.
For sure.
Thank you.
So fun.
Thank you and good night.
See if I can. I gotta stop.